So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I think about bodybuilding and fitness shows and figure shows and competitions like such as powerlifting and all that. And I think they do have their value as far as helping you stick to a plan. You know, you have a certain diet and you're starting to realize how your body reacts to certain foods and certain types of training techniques. So you really do learn a lot. And if you're looking to be an expert in a field as far as help people lose fat or help people understand the nature of the body and how to work with it and change it and mold it, competitions are great because they force you to stick to your plan and be consistent, so you follow it all the way through. But the one thing I've seen with some competitions, not all of them, but some, there is a tendency for corruption amongst the promoters at times. And I've competed with the WNBF. The WNBF was pretty good to me at the time that I was competing. So they were great. I don't have any complaints about them. But there were a few promoters in different federations that I did have issues with. And I'm not going to mention them here because I'm not interested in getting into any sort of, debates and arguments with people or lawsuits and all that stuff. So, but what I would say is that, the promise of the dream of fame is sold a lot in these competitions. So some of these promoters really work with that and promote and say, hey, you're going to be famous, you're going to be on the cover of this, you're going to be great, you just got to win a trophy from our show. So of course then you're forking out $200 in fees and $100 for this, $100 for that, and then they're sometimes saying, oh, you should work with your posing routine with this certified trainer in our area and pay them some money, and then they're getting a kickback and all this sort of thing. And I would say that that's kind of corrupt, that they're basically trying to sell you a dream that is never really going to happen, because if you want to be famous, if you want to be known as a fitness star, you got to take the bull by the horns and do it yourself. And in my experience, competing really didn't give me any fame. Competing gave me very little fame, but doing photo shoots with photographers that sold pictures to magazines, that actually gave me some fame back in the day. So if you're looking to promote yourself, now that we're in the social media age, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, all this kind of stuff, that's really where you should be. And you should be working with people with other channels or other avenues where they have fame, whether they have big bodybuilding or fitness websites, or whether they are promoters and they're looking to promote you, to promote their brand, and there's some sort of mutual benefit for both of you. But don't look to a competition, if I win this competition, then I'll be famous, because a lot of times that's a scam. A lot of times that's not true. You'll win a competition and nobody will even know you were there. I remember competing in Vegas and there was literally 30 or 40 people sitting in the crowd, and this was a big show. It was in Vegas, But what was happening is that because Vegas was on the poster, it seemed like the biggest, baddest event ever. And then you show up there and there's 100 competitors in the show and 20 or 30 people watching, right? So there was no media, there was no photographers, there was nothing. It was just a matter of, do you win the show or not? And basically the promoter was collecting the money from everybody for their entrance fees. So yeah, just be wary of that. If you're going to do a competition, do it for yourself, to learn about, your body and learn how to train, but don't do it for fame. Networking with other competitors is not a bad idea. That's fine. But don't do it thinking that when you win, there's going to be this big camera crew there and just waiting to promote you and give you a contract or something, because yeah, most of the time that's not the case, So yeah, so anyway, I thought I'd let you know about that, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.